911, what's your emergency?
Hey, I need your help. I'm the black guy in a horror movie.
I'm sorry, sir. We can't help you.
What? Why not?
Because you're already dead.
Welcome back to Potentially Perfect, home of the world's most scatological gamers. My name's Dolapo, and I hate horror games. I've said it before, and I thought I'd elaborate on it. You see, the whole horror genre upsets me, to be honest. Yes, I've gone to see horror movies, and yes, I've played scary games. And after every single one, I end up in my bed alone, afraid to shut my eyes because... dark. I just find it difficult to enjoy experiences that leave me in a pool of sweat. And maybe urine. But since I love you guys so much, I'm gonna go ahead and relive all of my trauma here today. Let's start with the first horror game I ever actually completed. There was this little downloadable game on the Wii U shop. Was it the eShop then? I don't know. There was a shop on the Wii U that let you download games, and I picked up Master Reboot. For the life of me, I don't know why I bought it. I'd actually been following it for quite some time, and it looked interesting. You see, the premise of the game is actually pretty cool. The game takes place in a world where death has no real consequence. That's because before you die, you have your memories uploaded to the Soul Cloud. This makes it so that your loved ones can visit you and your memories within the Soul Cloud anytime they want. I found this game to be really cool. Up until a point. You see, the person that you take control of wakes up within the Soul Cloud and has to figure out why she's there and how she died. Now, because this is a sci-fi game, you know that computers can't just work. They have to go nuts, they have to go haywire, and that's exactly what happens. Each of the happy memories that the character has all turn into nightmares, and it's terrifying. And on top of all of that, they make you solve puzzles. I mean, that's like the weirdest kind of torture. This game gives you the chills the entire playthrough. It's really cool. I liked the set pieces. I mean, there's obviously gotta be a carnival every horror game ever. There's a school, which is where most of my nightmares take place, so that hit home. Now, I'm not gonna front, this isn't the most visually stunning game I've ever played, but its art style takes a different approach, and I like the rather polygonal graphic style that they chose. And maybe that's what made it so palatable to me, is just that maybe it was just like, oh, it's cartoony, and so maybe I won't have a heart attack when I play it. I don't know. Maybe that's what it... I don't know. Do you know? If you've ever wondered about scary games or have a difficulty tolerating nightmarish game content, I think this would be a good place to start. It's on Steam as well, so if you have 15 bucks, go check it out. It'll definitely be worth your time. I give Master Reboot a out of 10. Moving on, the only thing that makes horror games genuinely appealing in any regard is being able to share them with another human being. Recent Resident Evil titles have shown that co-op can work in a survival horror game. I always think it's so funny how Resident Evil 4 through 6 gets so much crap, yet their sales numbers speak for themselves, guys. Stop hating. Sipping on that haterade. But I'm actually going to talk about the side series that led me to those games. I'm talking Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. There was a combo pack recently released for the Nintendo Switch, and I decided to take a look. I had actually played a bit of the first one back when it released, like, forever ago, but I never really got through it. So, after all this time, I finally dove back into it, and don't waste your time. Just get the second one. It'll save you 20 bucks. You won't be missing anything. I mean, I played through it and had a little bit of fun, but there were a lot of problems that I couldn't ignore. Like the fact that I bought a horror game and wasn't scared. Like, ever. If you saw my first look video at it, you'll know that it's actually way more hilarious than it is scary.
Game would be dropping frames. It runs very smoothly. I'm yet to play it in handheld mode, though. What the fuck?
The design of the monsters were way too similar. The ship that it takes place on, in theory, makes for a fantastic horror location. I mean, there's no way out. What are you gonna do? And yet they have all of these pieces that make for a fantastic horror setting, and they put this thing in there. I'm gonna have to show it to you, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And after you see it, you can't take this game seriously anymore. You really can't. Alright, are you ready? Okay, brace yourself. Here you go.
Raymond. That's you, isn't it?
The BSAA. A little too late.
See what I mean? It's like, ugh! Who designed that? The second game in the series blows the first one out of the water. The story is executed a million times better. Scratch that, a gazillion times better. It takes place on an island, because of course it does, and like many other Resident Evil games, you take control of various characters to help piece together the story. This time, however, the voice acting isn't awful. I wish I could illustrate to you how much better I think the voice acting is in the second one versus the first one.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
You clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
Yeah, but not only is the voice acting and delivery better, but the game is genuinely scary. And that may be because the game takes a much slower approach to combat. You see, they really hate giving you bullets. Like, they must despise programming bullets into this game. It makes for some truly terrifying moments in the game where you have to make every shot matter. But back to what makes this game so amazing for me in particular, it's the fact that the game has local co-op. My wife and I worked at this game adamantly. The game works really well even if you have someone who isn't used to playing video games. You see, one character is often delegated to pointing out hidden objects such as bullets and health. But they're also able to do things in combat such as throwing bricks and stunning enemies. Now, I know certain people hate the phrase girlfriend mode, but I think this game does it really well. And that's mainly because the game gives the second player more and more important roles as it goes along. I give Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 a combined out of 10. Now we must turn to the final game in question. It's a game that nearly every millennial has played. It was a game that became a phenomenon based on actual bullshit. Look it up. It actually started on some random online thread. The game is Slender, the 8 pages. Honestly, I hate this game. I knew before I even booted it up that I would hate it, and yet I don't know why I do this to myself. I really don't. It must have been an awful case of, well, everyone else is doing it. They're the type of people out there who are numb to this kind of horror. I'm talking like Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. You get the point. I hate jump scares. I hate them. It's lazy. I'm sorry. I hate it. I remember my first playthrough like it was yesterday. See, I was just walking around, minding my own business, not bothering anybody, you know, breaking and entering to houses. That's fine. Whatever. It's a video game. And then all of a sudden, my screen starts freaking out. I don't like that, so I scream like a little bitch and shut my laptop. It happens. I've been a long time proponent of walking simulators. You know this. And this game can go die in a fire and then kill the fire. And for some reason, the fever isn't even done yet. There's a movie coming out this year, which means that everybody's gonna be playing it again, so I'll probably have to play it again. Yay. Frankly though, there's a point while playing through the game multiple times that you start to get more annoyed than frightened. I mean, it's a classic game of trial and error. You try it again, you get further each time, rinse and repeat. And it becomes legitimately annoying where you're just walking through trying to collect these pieces of paper, and every 3 minutes your screen starts freaking out and you're like, oh my gosh, it's Slenderman again. No! Like I said, it's not scary, it's lazy. So, now that I've made myself a wimp to the public, I'd like your opinion on this. Let me know what your favorite horror game is in the comments. I've been thinking about trying some more, and I know you'd probably have a blast watching me do it, so yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and stay perfect.
Very superstitious writings on the wall.